All right. So I'll just repeat quickly what we did last time. I'm just waiting. Yeah, now it's there on your screen as well, right? So I was telling you that while attempting business studies questions, you require four skills, and we call them assessment objectives. That examiner has clearly set these objectives in different types of questions. And if you do not meet those objectives, you cannot get maximum marks. So you need to understand first what are those assessment objectives and how to meet them. Okay, and then maybe in further classes we'll talk about a variety of questions as well, which come in the paper as well. But right now we just focus on these four skills. Okay, so yesterday I actually gave you a scenario, or rather a business situation, that Mr. A, if you see on your right rectangular box, Mr. A is a sole trader who turns a grocery store, who runs a grocery store. He has four workers to look after the store and the customer. So very brief information is there. And there is a question, explain any two advantages to Mr. A being a sole trader. Question is very clear, and I told you that this sort of a question requires knowledge, application, and analysis. And normally, such questions either they are of 4 marks or 6 marks, right? Either they can be of 4 marks or 6 marks. Okay, we'll discuss that how you would be able to know whether it is a 4 mark question or a 6 mark question. I can give you a hint about it. Actually, in business studies, you are not provided with loose sheets. You know that. In economics, yes, sheet is there and you can write as much as you want. Okay, but time constraint is there. You know that. But in business studies, lines are given to you, blank lines, space is provided to you. And for each mark, you are given 2 lines. I repeat, for each mark, you are given 2 lines. So if there are 8 lines given, obviously the marks of the question will be 4. Similarly, for a 6 mark question, there will be 12 lines given, right? And how would you be able to distinguish between a 4 mark question or a 6 mark question? Like, what would be the difference in the answer? We will talk about it later on, not right now. Right now, we are just focusing on those assessment objectives. Let me write it there so that you get familiar with that term as well. Assessment objectives. So we have assessment objective number 1. You can see that is knowledge. We have assessment objective number 2, that is application. We have assessment objective number 3, analysis. And we have assessment objective number 4, that is evaluation. So normally they actually, if you see the mark scheme as well, you may find a short version of it, and that is assessment objective 1. This is how AO1, okay, AO2, AO3, okay, so similar to that, and then finally AO4. So this is basically assessment objective 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So we now, if you see the question, and now how knowledge was demonstrated yesterday, I wrote it enjoys all the profits. Okay, you will get 1 mark. Okay, here you will get 1 mark. Let me write it there. You will get, let's say it is of 6 marks, for example. You will get 1 mark for the knowledge. So you got 1 out of 4. Sorry, 1 out of 6. Let's say it is of 6 marks. Okay, let me rub it so that you don't get confused. It is of 6 marks. Okay, so as soon as you show knowledge, you will get 1 mark. Now there will be a space there, and you have to show both your analysis and application there. Now, so if you see analysis, now you need to develop this point why Mr. A will enjoy all the profit. This is what we call the development of your point. You have to give the logical reasoning behind it after mentioning the point. So you will write Mr. A does not need to share the profit with anyone else as he is the only owner, right? This is the justification. There so can satisfy his needs by using all the profit. Obviously profit will be earned and then Mr. A can use that profit for satisfying his own needs and wants, right? Here this is analysis, and I told you I just replaced the word profit, which I underlined it, with profits from selling grocery items such as bread, toothpaste, and eggs. So the underlined words grocery items, bread, toothpaste, and eggs, this is an application. So instead of just using the word profit, I have used the word profits from selling grocery items such as bread, toothpaste, eggs, etc. Right? Now this is application. And application is when you use the context of the business. Now, I told you earlier, using the context does not mean that you have to use the same words from the business situation which is given. It should be in context. It's written that it's a grocery store. So obviously, it is understandable that grocery store must be selling items of daily need, and they may be bread, toothpaste, eggs, right? So that is why it is well in context, and you will get marks for the application. So for application, you will get one more mark. That is, now you will get 2 by 6. Okay, all right, and now you got actually sorry 1 mark, so 2 by 6, and then for analysis you will get another mark, so now you will get 3 by 6. So now you have got half the marks by demonstrating knowledge, application, and analysis. Okay, I told you earlier as well, remember, application is not a separate part. Remember, whenever you are doing the development, that is the analysis part, so you have to use application inside it. Okay, so analysis and application, they are used together. So why I used it separately, just to guide you that what is actually application all about. So 3 by 6. Now why we got 3, why not 6? Can anybody tell me why it is 3 by 6 and not 6 by 6? Anyone?
Because you just in the answer you just explained one point only for now.
Yes, yes, Manas. Thank you very much. Very good. That's right. I have actually mentioned only one point. So if you mention one more point, that is you show the knowledge, and then you develop that point that why this advantage is available to a sole trader. Then along with that you use the application as well. So you will get another 3 marks, and this is how you will get 6 out of 6. All right. I hope that you have understood that. Okay, but still, if you have any problem, I can demonstrate you these skills by adding another point. If it is okay, you can remain silent. But if you want me to develop another point with context, I can do it. Otherwise, I will move on to the assessment objective number 4, that is evaluation. So it means that you are quite clear with it. And I'm telling you right now, even if you are clear, you might not be able to write answers in the way examiner wants. But with the amount of practice you will have, of course, I will involve you in practicing questions as well. You will learn that art as well. So don't you worry. Okay, now we'll talk about evaluation. That is the fourth assessment objective which is required to be met. But remember, this is not available in every question. Okay, this is not available in every question. Let me write the question there uh, to just give you a hint. If I write define, define the term sole trader, for example, if this is the question, so there are 2 marks for knowledge in such type of question. Similarly, if I say identify any 2 advantages of sole trader. Okay, again, it will be of not more than 2 marks, right? And what is the reason? Again, there are command words. Now you can see that the word define is there. This is a command word. Here you just have to define the term. That is it. No application, no development. So here, if you want to get 2 marks, what you have to show? You just have to show knowledge. So I am writing 2K. 2K means there are 2 marks for knowledge only, right? So no analysis, no application, no evaluation, nothing. Define the term, you'll get 2 marks, right? Similarly, if I talk about the second question, identify, or if it is written list, or if it is written give, all have the same meaning, and you will be answering it in the same way. Again, 2 marks are there. Normally, such questions are of 2 marks, similar to the command word define. So again, in this question, you will be demonstrating knowledge only. So 2 marks for knowledge, no application, no use of the context, no development of your points. You just mention the points. That is it. You will get 2 marks for the knowledge. Okay, but if there is a question, explain, or sometimes it's written identify and explain any two, let's say, disadvantages of a sole trader, if this is the question. So now you see the command words are identify and explain. So here, what is required? The marks either will be 4 or 6. I'll talk about, but both are normally done in the same fashion. For 6 marks, I told you that there are 2 marks for knowledge. When you demonstrate 2 points, you demonstrate knowledge by mentioning 2 disadvantages. Then there are 2 marks for analysis. When you develop these 2 points, okay, you will get another 2 marks. Then you will get another 2 marks for application when you use the context which is given to you, the business situation, in your development. So this is 2 plus 2 plus 2. You will get 6 marks, right? But if it is a 4 marks, let's say, then you might not need to develop them well. Then there might be only 2 marks for knowledge and 2 for application. Got it? Like if the question is of 4 marks, if the same question, if the same question is a 4 marks, then you have to demonstrate knowledge and application only. You will get 4 out of 4. Why? Because in such questions, normally there are 2 marks for knowledge and there are 2 marks for application. 2 marks for um, application, right? So, okay, and you will get familiar with that as we'll move towards the past paper questions as well with the passage of time. So, now we need to talk about uh, the fourth assessment objective, which we have not covered yet, evaluation. And I told you that how do you come to know that in a question evaluation is required? In these questions, as you can see, a 2 mark question, a 6 mark question, or a 4 mark question, either only knowledge is required or knowledge analysis and application is required. Evaluation is not required anywhere in such type of question. But if you see the command word, do you think, recommend, suggest, give your opinion, it means that you require evaluation as well. The examiner wants you to give evaluation as well, and that is giving your own opinion, suggestion, or recommendation. Now, let me write a question which actually demands evaluation. Do you think converting a sole trader business is, sorry, do you think converting a sole trader business into a partnership business is beneficial for Mr. A? I'm using the same context, right? Mr. A, the same context. Now, and I am using very simple concepts, sole trader and partnership, and I know that, I believe that you already know about it. So anybody who is not familiar with the sole trader, you understand, where there is single owner and who enjoys all the profits or who takes all the decisions, right? Who has overall responsibility on his or her shoulders. If you are, in case you are not familiar with partnership, just let me know. Otherwise, I will start answering the question. So you are staying silent. It means that you know about what is partnership, huh? Where there are two or more owners, and they are called partners, huh? And they share the profit and the responsibilities, and they take the decisions together as well. Okay, all right, you understand this. Now, how to answer such questions? Remember this question because it starts from the word "do you think?" That's why it requires all four assessment objectives: knowledge, analysis, application, and evaluation. So, how would be the distribution of such questions? There is 1 mark for knowledge. Okay, just a minute. Let me just change the color because so that you can see the command word which is there. All right. So there's 1 mark for the knowledge. There is 1 mark for the application, and there are 2 marks. Sorry, 2 marks for analysis, and there are 2 marks for evaluation, right? EV is for evaluation, remember. Okay, all right. So now this is the way. So now it should be clear to every student, huh, that this is the assessment objective, and this much marks are there for each objective or for meeting each objective, right? Now, but if, for example, right now this question specifically relates to the situation which is given, right? And the situation which is there, that is, this is the situation, right? Yeah, this one. You know that. And how do you know that this question is referring to that? Because they have clearly mentioned Mr. A. So Mr. A is mentioned there, right? Now you have to use application. For example, if I change the statement of the question in a way if the statement is, do you think converting a sole trader business into a partnership business is beneficial for our business or for the owners? Now, such question does not refer to any of the business situation, okay, whether it is given or not, okay. So it means now, if even if you do not refer to the business situation, it does not matter. Like application is not required. So in that case, what will happen? Okay, if there is no reference to the business situation or the case in the question or the statement of the question, so then the distribution is like that. There are 2 marks for knowledge instead of 1, and there is 0 mark for application because the question is not referring to the case or the business situation, right? Here they have mentioned Mr. A, but once I delete this, once I do not use Mr. A and I use uh, for an owner or for a business, then this would be the distribution, right? So 0 marks for application and rest will remain the same. 2 for analysis and 2 for evaluation. Okay, this is how we attempt it. And such type of questions, they are always of 6 marks. Always of 6 marks. Remember. And you know that in paper 1, there are 4 questions. And all 4 questions have 5 parts: A, B, C, D, E. 5 parts. Okay, last part of every single question in P1 requires evaluation. It will look like that. Do you think? Suggest. evaluate, recommend, remember, and it will always be of 6 marks. So because this is the biggest mark question as far as P1 is concerned, so you have to attempt it well. Otherwise, you might not be able to get the marks you desire. Because imagine that if we just add all of the of such marks of such questions, 6, 6, 6, 6. Because if there are 4 questions, there will be 4 such parts. Okay, and each part will be of 6 marks, which requires evaluation. And if you are poor in evaluation, there is a problem. So there are 24 marks for such questions. Remember, 6 fours are 24 out of 80. So this is a significant number and you cannot simply ignore it. And I'm telling you, examiner says that the most difficult part which students feel, that is the evaluation part. Whenever they have to evaluate their answer or they have to give the evaluation, they struggle. That okay, examiner says that. So it means if you once you learn that art, you will never miss out on losing marks, and you'll be able to get maximum marks in the paper. Right now, I'm not referring to P2, although the pattern would remain the same, but the marks distribution will be different. I told you there is an 8 mark question and a 12 mark question in P2, and there is a long case study. Okay, we'll get back to it some other time. Right now, I'm just giving you the idea to how to use meet those assessment objectives, or use those business skills, knowledge, application, analysis, and evaluation. Right now, let's begin the answer. Let's start writing it. Now, the pattern to answer is very simple. I'm telling you, huh? So you might not get it even in the mark scheme as well. But with my own experience, I'm able to get it that this should be the pattern of a 6 mark question which requires evaluation. Now, what will you do? You will first give an advantage of that, like the argument in favor of the statement that converting a sole trader business into a partnership business will be beneficial for Mr. A. Okay, you will mention it and you will develop that. Fine, you will develop it as well. Then you will come up with an opposite point, again a counter argument. Okay, in that as well, we were discussing that in economics as well, right? Here in such question, now you will talk about only one point in favor, that yes, converting a sole trader business will give benefit to Mr. A yes, when it is turned into partnership. Uh, but after that, you will write that it may not give benefit to Mr. A and it may have some disadvantage or disadvantages to Mr. A, right? You will write that and you will develop it. Of course, you have to use the context, otherwise, you won't be able to get that 1 mark for the application. Depending on the statement of the question, if they are referring to the case, obviously you have to use the context as well. Otherwise, you won't get marks for the application. Okay, after that, you will come up with your own recommendation, own opinion, right? Now, let me just do it for you. I'm writing it, and nothing, no definition is required. There are no starters in business studies, remember. In economics, you can do it. In business, you cannot. You cannot afford a starter. Do you know why? Anybody? Any idea? Why you cannot afford a starter while answering a question?
Sir, because there are limited lines in the paper that you have to use, and if you waste them in the starter, then you can't complete your answer.
Yeah, absolutely right. Very good, Hamna. That's right. Because limited space is given. So if you obviously consume a lot of space by giving a starter, obviously, and you know that there are no marks for a starter. So what is the point of consuming that space if there are no marks for a starter? So straight away come to the point. And students normally they have difficulty in starting a question. Sir, how to start then? So you can straight into the answer without having a starter. Now, I'm going to tell you how to do it. I do have model answers as well of some of the questions. I will show it to you one by one or gradually as we move along. Right now, just focus on this. So I'm writing that if it is converted into a partnership business, then uh, there are, or rather, there is more capital available. Okay, right? I've written there is more capital available. I have mentioned a point. So I might get 1 mark here for the knowledge. Remember, because I have demonstrated the knowledge that after converting it into a partnership, there is more capital available. Now I have to give the logical reasoning why there will be more capital. And that is what we call, or we are into analysis, right? As in partnership business, there will be more than one owner who would be investing in the business. Okay. Now I have actually given the reason why more capital will be there, because the there will be more owners, right? But I can further extend that. If the space is there, you can extend it, right? Like uh, with larger capital, uh, Mr. A will be able to open or will be able to expand his business by opening more, or by opening a chain of grocery stores. Now, this is something you already know. So, this is knowledge. Let me just tell you, just a minute. This is knowledge, right? You know about it. Then we developed our point. Okay, we actually gave the logical reasoning there. Okay, this is it. All that. This is analysis. Okay, can you tell me, have I used the application here? Have I met that objective? Application?
No,
What do you
sir.
think? No. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else?
So can you
Okay.
please repeat your question?
My question is that you can see that yes, there is knowledge, there is analysis as well. This is analysis, right? Okay, so have I used application as well somewhere or not? That's my question.
No, sir.
No. Okay. All right. Thank you, Abir. Um, Actually, I have used it. Now I'm going to tell you how. You can see that I have used it intentionally by opening a chain of grocery stores. This is application. Remember, let me write it there. This is, so I'll write, this is application. Let me just color it with red so that you can understand that the red part is application. But as I told you earlier, that application and analysis, they come side by side. They are used together, right? So you might not find them separately, or you cannot write it in your answer separately. You have to use them together while developing your point. So rather than just mentioning expansion of the business, I extended it by saying by opening more chain of grocery stores. So now you can see in the question as well. Let me show it to you above. That was the situation, na? So you can easily see it's mentioned there. It's a grocery store. So it means that I picked the point right from there, okay, and I mention it right there, just there, right? this one. So that is why this is application, right?
Sir,
I took it
I
from,
have a question.
okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, if we use application alongside the knowledge or the analysis, will it give us just the same marks if we use it separately and build it up?
Okay, Abir, actually in business studies, what happens, for knowledge, you are given a separate space in other questions, not in this question. Like in other questions, for example, if they are talking about advantages, so you will find it in the paper, they will write advantage one, and then you will find a space there. Like, let me just show it to you. You will get it this way. So I told you that for 1 mark, they normally provide 2 lines. So they will provide you 2 lines, that's it. And then they will say explanation. It means that you cannot use knowledge, application, and analysis together in all questions. This is not possible. So for knowledge, there is a separate space, 2 lines are there, and for analysis and application, they will provide you a separate space. Okay, but in a 6 mark question, because there is no separate space, right? As I'm just doing it. So you can use all of them together. So I have used it together. Now you can see that I mentioned knowledge first and then I developed it. So I demonstrated analysis as well. Then I used the context as well. So I actually mentioned application, use application as well. So this is one point. If you see that, let me read it. If it is, this is one point. If it is converted into a partnership business, then there is more capital available. As in partnership business, there will be more than one owner who would be investing in the business. With larger capital, Mr. A will be able to expand his business by opening a chain of grocery stores. So I just extended the advantage of having more capital. That's it. Okay, and allow I use the context as well. So that's it. This is one point well developed along with the application, or you can say well in context. So by now you will be able to get how many marks? 1 mark for the knowledge there, and here you will get 1 more mark for application and for analysis as well. So by now you will be able to get, let me just do it for you, uh, 3 by 6. As I told you that there are how many marks for these objectives? 1 mark for knowledge, you achieved it. 1 mark for application, again done. 2 marks for analysis, but you got one only. Why you got one only? Because you have to discuss another point as well before your evaluation, like a counter argument, a point against that statement, or by saying that the sole trader may, sorry, Mr. A may not benefit by converting sole trader into a partnership business. So right now you have got full marks for the knowledge, you have got full marks for the application, and half the marks for analysis. That is one, right? Okay. Any question up till now?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Most welcome. Okay. Moving onwards. If I now I'm going to talk about the other side. That is the counter argument, right? So I'll write it there, and I am recording it as well. So those who maybe missed a point, they can watch the video again. I will send the link of my the video. All right. Now, however, now this is the way. Whenever you are actually talking about the other side, so this is the most suitable word which you should use at the start of the sentence, right? It's suitable in economics as well. However, uh, when it will be converted into a partnership business, okay, there, sorry, Mr. A will lose independence, or you can say freedom to take decisions. Now this is actually knowledge, okay, this is knowledge, but you can't get the mark for the knowledge any longer because there is 1 mark for the knowledge. Yes, if there are 2 marks, sometimes it happens, I told you earlier, so then you will get another mark for the knowledge as well. But doesn't matter whether there is 1 mark for the knowledge or 2. You always mention a point first and then you develop it. This is a good way to answer such types of questions. So now, lose independence or freedom to take decisions. Now I will develop it. This is knowledge, right? Now I will develop it as uh, Mr. A has to consult other co-owners as well, or rather you can write other partners, because in partnership partners are called sorry, owners are called partners. So other partners as well, and may not be able to take a decision which looks uh, good, which looks good to him, right? Because there are other owners as well. Unless and until you get their consent, you cannot implement that decision. So that can demotivate him. Doesn't matter if you write it or not. I just extended it. Huh? It again, it depends on the lines given, because for a 6 question, do you know how many lines are there? Anyone? This is a 6 mark question. How many lines will be for you? No idea? I told you that for 1 mark in business studies, there are 2 lines. So if there are 6 marks, obviously there will be 12 lines. So it means that you must restrict your answer within those 12 lines. You should not exceed those lines. Okay? Now, remember I wrote that, but is there any application demonstrated by me? That is my question. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Which one? Where it
Sir,
is?
you wrote Mr. A there, so it is referring to that question.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? No one. All right. Okay. So let me just tell you about it as well. I'm just actually marking your attendance by taking a screenshot as well. Okay. Now, I was hoping that you will mention that Mr. A is not an application, to your surprise. Okay. Why? Remember, whenever you mention the name of the business, I'm saying name or the owner, it is not considered as application at all, right? So yes, you can write grocery store, it's fine, but you cannot write the name. For example, the name of the grocery store is, for example, grocers, for example. So if you write the word grocers, doesn't matter how many times you write it, you cannot get even a single mark for application, because because names which are there in a given situation are not considered as application. So even the name of the owner is not an application. So actually there is no application demonstrated by me in this part. Although it was not required also. Why it was not required? Because there is 1 mark for the application. But I can use the application. Huh? Let me show to you how can I use it, huh? So that you can get a better idea. If I write and may not be able to take a decision, now I'm adding it here by using a different color, like adding adding variety adding variety of grocery items in the stock. Now, this is purely an application because here we are talking about grocery items. Okay, or you can mention any items of daily needs, as I mentioned earlier. Na? So you can use that as well. So this is application. Now, knowledge is there, analysis is there, and application is also there. Although there's only 1 mark for the application, but I mentioned that only because to give you a better understanding of how to use application in the development of your point, right? So this is application. And overall, if I write at the end of this sentence, this is analysis, right? This is analysis, and that was the knowledge shown earlier. Okay, now, so do you know how many marks you will get? You will get actually not more than 4 by 6. But still your pattern should be the same, I'm telling you. You might argue, sir, why for 1 mark we'll be writing that much? Actually, you should write this length of answer. Reason is because sometimes you mess up with one of the point and you do not develop it well. But because you develop the other point well, so you still get marks for that as well. So this, I'm telling you, this is the normal way, and I worked it out with my experience, because you won't find that in mark scheme. In mark scheme, you might find the arguments in favor and against, but how many points to write, what to write, nobody knows. Okay, and I'm telling you that, and why I'm extremely confident about it, because I used to tell the same to the students as well. And Momal Ahmed, who was my student, I told you earlier, who got actually world distinction in business studies in 2017, was my student, and she followed the same pattern, right? So it means that yes, she practiced lots of past papers and showed it to me, but she did not join any academy at all. So now you can remember that whatever I'm telling you, it can lead you to get a distinction as well. I'm telling you, whenever I teach or I guide you how to write answers, it's not about getting an A or A star. I'm telling you, I actually tell you how to write a perfect answer. Simple as that. So you can get distinction as well. Why not? If other students are getting, why can't you? All right. Now, why 4? The reason is because we have not evaluated yet. Okay. Evaluation means you have to come up with your own opinion. Whether, now, what would be your opinion? Remember, evaluation must address the statement of the question. I repeat, whenever you are doing an evaluation, it must address the statement of the question. And statement is whether a sole trader business should be converted. Is it beneficial for Mr. A or not? If it is converted into a partnership business, you will address to it. So how to start such part, that is evaluation. Let me just tell you. You will write, I think, or I recommend, whatever. In my opinion, this is the way I think, or in my opinion, or I suggest. It's up to you. Whatever word you use. But this shows that now you are into evaluation. Examiner will clearly come to know that yes, now you are talking about evaluation. So it will be easier for the examiner to give you marks. Now the thing is how to do evaluation, because obviously you have to favor one side or the other, but it's not about just writing that sentence that yeah, I think it is better to convert sole trader business into a partnership business because there are more advantages. Now this is not the justification. Evaluation without justification is nothing. Justification means if you are favoring one side, okay, or you are giving an argument in favor, so you have to give the logical reasoning, the justification why you chose this, or why you have this kind of a view. So if, like I am writing, I think in my opinion, I suggest that it is beneficial for Mr. A to convert it into a partnership business. Now, what I did, I addressed the statement of the question. Okay, but still this is not evaluation. This is just the start of the evaluation. Okay, so now I have to justify why I think that it is beneficial. Now remember, if I am in favor of it, I have to give another advantage, and that advantage should not be the same which I mentioned earlier. I mentioned earlier na, that if it will be converted into a partnership business, there will be more capital. Now I cannot use that point again because I have already used it and gained marks for that. Right? Now I have to use to support my argument. I have to use or evaluation. I have to use another point, another advantage. Right? So to convert into a partnership business, now I'm going to develop it. Again, this is what we call development, right? Because now this is justification. Because it is extremely difficult to manage, difficult to manage all affairs of the business once Mr. A plans to expand. Okay, difficult to manage all affairs of the business once Mr. A plans to expand. So, by adding a partner or two, uh, a lot of responsibility will be reduced from the shoulders of Mr. A, right? Of Mr. A, and business will be better managed as well, right? So now I have given the reason, the logical reasoning or the justification of my recommendation. This is what we call, I am now writing it, this is evaluation. So you won't only write a line that I am in favor or I am against it or I suggest this. You have to back it up with your justification. If you won't justify, you won't get any marks for the evaluation at all. So now you will get 6 out of 6. Now there is another question there. Sir, what if we go against it? So my answer would be, you can do it. That's why in business studies, there is no definite answer. Like I have gone in favor of it. Some student can go against it as well, that sole trader business, if it is converted into a partnership business, it won't be beneficial for Mr. A. But again, now you have to justify it. You have to mention another disadvantage to support your evaluation, right? Okay, but that disadvantage should not be discussed earlier. A new disadvantage, okay, that could support your recommendation, and then you can get and that argument, that justification should be developed as I mentioned it. So if it is not developed, there will be a problem. So this is how you will be able to gain 6 out of 6. Now, any problem up till now to any of your students? Because I am going to stop recording now. So I hope there is no problem.